Man, they did it to us again. But y'all already know how we start the show. Salute to all the diehards. This is Diehard Giants Live, and I am your host. I am Jarrell on IG and Twitter, man. They did it to us again, family. They did it to us again. The Giants didn't score a touchdown in the first game of the season. Again, like all the excitement that we had over the summer. Um, Happy to be back, by the way. Yeah, can't do a live today. I wanted to get a video out because we usually do lives on Tuesdays at 9 o'clock. That still is going to remain, but I couldn't do it today. So I figured I'd still get this video out to everybody. But y'all don't need a video from me today. Like the Giants shit the bed again, man. Like with all the changes that we made, the two main things that did not change is our general manager and our head coach. So I'm gonna get some stats up here still. This is gonna be a very, very quick video. There's nothing to really discuss, man. I miss you guys. I miss talking football to my people. I'm definitely gonna try to get a live in next Tuesday at 9 o'clock. But today, unfortunately, I had to record this a little early because I had another engagement I had to do tonight. So let's get these stats up here and get out of here, man. Like the New York Giants lose again. 21-6 to the commies. Yeah, man, getting to these stats. Russell Wilson, 168 yards. Russell Wilson was our leading rusher at 44 yards. Malik Neighbors, obviously, is an all-world wide receiver, but they couldn't get him the ball in key situations. He ended up with 71 yards still, but it's not like he had a great game. You know what? Let me get into the little more individual stats. Yeah, man, Russell Wilson, brand new quarterback, taking over for Daniel Jones. We got a rookie waiting to take his spot, but for now, Russell Wilson is our quarterback, man. Looking all skittish in the pocket, but ended up having 168 yards, 44 on the ground. Looking real Daniel Joneses, if you don't say so myself. Yeah, man, another inept offensive football game. I'm starting not to think. Well, it's not like I started not to think. All of it wasn't Daniel Jones in the first place. A lot of it has to do with this offensive line. A lot of it has to do with coaching. Yeah, a lot of it has to do with our GM and the way that he picked these offensive linemen that are on the team right now. Brian Dable doesn't seem like, I don't know, man. He's supposed to be an offensive guru no matter who's at wide receiver, running back, or quarterback. You know, our offense doesn't really look good. But as you can see, Tyrone Tracy didn't even have 3 yards to carry. Our brand new running back that we just drafted, Cam Scatterboo. He had a couple good plays. One was a good pass block rep, and another one he caught a pass in the flat and ran over a couple guys. Like you could tell, he got some pop to him. I like him. He's tough as nails, man. I like our running backs. I like our skilled players in general, but yeah, man, we just can't get anything done without our line blocking for us and without Russell Wilson looking like he looked real old out there, man. I'm not going to lie. I like Russ. I'm not trying to crap on him or hate on him or anything, but yeah, he looked like he might not have the capabilities of a starting quarterback anymore, man. He looked real skittish in the pocket. Wide receiver rise, yeah, like we have Malik Neighbors, like I said, he's all world. You just have to be able to get him the ball. Wan'Dale Robinson was obviously a good safety net for Russell Wilson. They threw the ball to him down the field, something that they usually don't do, but he obviously was a safety valve along the line of scrimmage also, catching balls in the flat and had him a lot in the slot. But yeah, Wan'Dale Robinson had, I would say that he had a good game. Other than a couple key plays, I think he had a drop. Can't ask too much from him, but he's a tough little player too, man. 55 yards in the air. Everybody else, man, like Slayton didn't have a catch. I don't even know who else to name. Like Johnson kept He was open. He had like two big drops. I think they said that he had one drop, but it was really two. Like it really didn't look good for anybody, man. Nobody really had a great game on offense. Um, there's nothing really to report, man. We looked exactly the same as we did the past couple of seasons, and a big part of that, I think, is Brian Dable and the way that he designed his offense, man. We can't just blame Daniel Jones anymore, man. We can't even really blame all of this on Russell Wilson, even though I say he didn't look like a starting quarterback and he looked real skittish in the pocket. Um, this still wasn't all his fault either. It's not like the line blocked a great deal for him, and he had all the time in the world back there. But even when he did have time, yeah, he was a little bit too skittish in the pocket, man. So offensively, we still have a long way to go, and everybody obviously is just waiting for Jackson Dart at this point. Um, on defense, we don't really get into the stats on defense. Like Bobby Okereke had a lot of tackles, but he didn't have a good game. Washington ran all over us. I don't even want to get into Washington stats tonight. We're just going to talk about us, man, because we were bad. Dexter Lawrence, Sexy Dexy, was kind of neutralized. It's not like he had a bad game, but, pass rush-wise, they kind of handled him in the middle. But that did give our edge rushers a little bit of room out there, going one-on-one with their tackles. So Brian Burns had a good game, had a couple sacks, 2 on the same drive, I believe. Abdul Carter, he didn't play much. He's a rookie. I don't know why he didn't play much, but Abdul Carter looks like a grown man out there. I think he might be defensive defensive rookie of the year. Might go to Abdul Carter if he plays. He didn't play, especially in the second half. I don't know if he was in the doghouse because of a misassignment or something I didn't see in the all 22, but he looked pretty fine to me. Like he was getting his pressures. He didn't get blown up in the run game as much, not as more than anybody else did on our defense. Kayvon Thibodeau played a really, had a good game. Not great, average. Had a couple pressures on Daniels, but yeah, man, like our pass rushers can't be pass rushers, playing from behind all game. And all teams are going to do is just run the ball on us. And our linebackers, McFadden got hurt. Bobby Okereke didn't have a good game. Yeah, it was pretty bad, man. The score was 21-6, but obviously, at one point it was 14-6. It felt like they was up by like 30 points already. Like I knew our offense wasn't going to get anything done. So until that happens, man, it really doesn't matter how good our defense is. Like the NFL in 2025, man, we got to put up points. And it doesn't look like Brian Dable can do that. So next week we play Dallas. That's going to look ugly. Because I actually think the Commanders, when it comes to Dallas, they have more weapons and more talented on offense than Dallas is. So if we can't score on Dallas, I don't know what the score is going to look like. It's going to get ugly, but that's what we signed up for, being Giants fans, man. Like, it is what it is. I don't know what to say. Like, it's another year of this stuff, man. It's just it's year 4 for this front office now. They should be seniors. Yeah, we look like freshmen out there. Yeah, I don't know. Joe Shane, his draft picks aren't panning out. The 3rd round pick, even though the crazy part is I'm not crapping on Joe Shane because the picks that he made at the time I thought weren't good. I actually liked the picks that he was picking the last couple of years. Jalen Hyatt, like I was ecstatic when we got Jalen Hyatt on this channel. If you watch this channel, you know how much I liked him coming out of college. He has been a bust so far. I don't know if you could call a 3rd round pick a bust, but technically, to me, in the first 3 rounds, you should be looking for starters or people who's going to have significant minutes on your squad, and have a real impact on the roster. And so for now, Jalen Hyatt couldn't even get on the field. So he got 0 snaps. The 3rd round pick that they drafted this year, no snaps, defensive tackle. Um, so I don't know what's going on with that. Healthy scratch. I don't know, man. I think a lot of people talk about how good our draft class was last year. This past game, our draft class from last year didn't do anything other than Malik Neighbors. Our defensive backfield, um, Tyler Nubin, he didn't have a good game. On Javon Holland, the new additions, Javon Holland and Paulson Adebo, they didn't necessarily have good games either. Javon Holland looked like he couldn't cover anybody. Zach Ertz was killing him. So yeah, man, it's looking ugly. Um, but like I said, this is what we signed up for. Um, Game 2 is against Dallas. I'm not saying that we're going to lose, but they're going to be really, really tough. But we'll all be watching Sunday at 1:00. They play Dallas. Hold on. Let me see. Do they play at Dallas? Yep. First 2 games away. So we play at Dallas. Man. Sunday at 1:00. Next week, hopefully we'll get a live in Tuesday, 9:00. And I'm out. Peace.